the lecture time. We are about to start in 1 minute. So kindly reminder for all our colleagues and teams to turn on your camera and also to mute your microphone. This is Asad Khalil speaking from Chongqing, and I'm very glad to be here today with all of you from different parts in China and around the world. This is the first session of our internal training, and on behalf of APIAC, it's my absolute pleasure to welcome you all for today's training session. I will be your host throughout this event today, and we are truly delighted to have such a dedicated group of participants and distinguished guests joining us today. At APIAC, we are committed to advancing excellence, building capacity, and enhance the collaboration in several fields of training. This training session is an important part of this mission, and it's designed not only to enhance the technical knowledge, but also to encourage the exchange of ideas and best practices across our industry. I'm very privileged to have Professor Rami Khalil, a renowned university professor, international arbitrator, researcher, entrepreneur, and inventor. Of course, it's very hard to summarize Professor Rami's work experience in a few minutes. We may need very long time to talk about Professor Rami's distinguished achievements. With over 25 years of dedicated service in international academic and scientific research field, Professor Rami has made an extraordinary impact throughout his expertise in management and marketing. Throughout Professor Rami's impressive career, Professor Rami has reached numerous professional milestones, including holding 3 international patents. This is a testament of his spirit and commitment to progress. Professor Rami's contribution extend beyond research and academia, as Professor Rami serves as a valued member of the board of the International Talent Exchange magazine in China, published by the Ministry of Science and Technology. We are truly honored to with us today. His presence not only elevates the significance of our mission, but also offers us a unique to learn from his vast experience and insight. Let's make this productive, engaging, inspiring session. I encourage everyone to participate actively, to ask questions at the end of today's session, and to take full advantage of the expertise available in the room today. Once again, welcome Professor Rami, and thank you for being here with us today. Thank you very much.
Hello, APIAC. Good morning, everyone. It's my great pleasure to join you today, and I'm so proud to be part of your family member. We learn, we exchange, we are doing a great mission to make the world much more nicer, with a lot of peace. We solve disputes, and we are the problem solvers, while there are other people, they are problem creators. Today, we are going to talk about a very important topic, which is the cybersecurity and the best practices for international arbitration. As we know that it's very important nowadays to be part of this online, because everything in our life is getting to be virtual, online, using AI. That's why AI and IA, so international arbitration and international intelligence, we see them clearly today. So we'll envisage how online arbitration and mediation are transforming to dispute resolution and why robust information security is very important for their success. Okay, I would like to start with ice-breaking questions. So I hope to learn from my colleagues and to get to know like your ideas. What do you think about this topic? So I will raise up some questions, and I hope we can hear from each other and learn how we can face these challenges. So the first question is, online resolution. Ladies and gentlemen, has anyone ever solved a problem or disagreement completely online? And what was your experience? Would anybody would like to share with us whether you had like some to do the job online? Probably can be related to the job, or even can be things not related to arbitration. Can be like to solve a problem, maybe friendship, business, family issue. Who would like to share? You can open the mic, because I see, your camera. So who would like to? Mr. Dominique, hi. We have Shwaiga here, handsome colleague. So yeah, have you had such experience before to resolve something?
Using online resolution. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you, please.
I have some. I just want to share some simple experience of my work experience. During the COVID-19, I have a solve a problem with law firm just to establish a joint venture in Hangzhou. Yeah, and it's all the procedure is just online. Yeah,
So
and it's very yeah.
That's great. So how was your experience about this?
Oh, just feel it very convenience. Yeah.
So this will lead us to another question, which is online versus in person.
Okay.
Yeah. So how do you feel about using the internet, like as you said, during COVID-19, to solve this maybe a serious problem or disagreement instead of meeting in person? And we know here, like in Chinese culture, how this guanxi is very important to build relationship. How Chinese, the culture cherish this relationship and even have this atmosphere. So to have like maybe around a cup of coffee or tea or even like hogo, so maybe can have friendly talk. But when we are going online, how do you feel? Online versus offline?
Yeah, of course, the guanxi is very important in mainland China. Yeah, but online, because during the COVID-19, I had to work online, so there's no other chances to meet someone in person, especially in different cities.
Right.
Yeah, but the online resolution is more convenient for just like lawyers or some especially in a tough situation. I felt very convenient for me, and but it does with cause some worries because the online safety. Yeah, that's our topic today. Maybe So this is maybe it will causes worries. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dominic, for your feedback. I have another question, and I'm looking for one of our friends in APIAC to give me your feedback. what do you think the fairness of online? Do you think that solving such issues online is fair enough and safe to do it like in traditional way, and why? Who would like to share with us his or her experience? Probably our friends in Malaysia office. I do miss Malaysia. It's been a long time for me to visit Malaysia. We had office in Serdang next to KL. It's just an amazing place. So our colleagues in Malaysia.
Hi everyone. I'm from Malaysia. I'm Spring. So regarding this question, do you think resolving issues online is as fair as safe and doing it the traditional way? Technically, in my opinion, I feel that it's safe because everything is actually noted down, and there might be a possibility that there be cybersecurity issue. So it's safe in a way and it's not safe in a way.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
So it has, so there are issues. Yes, it has advantage and disadvantage to be online. Not only regarding, for me, I think it's not only regarding the safety, but also like fairness, like as now we just experienced now, like the first part of your answer. Maybe we had some resonance in the microphone. So maybe, yeah, from your side, it looks nice, but maybe for others, they won't hear clearly, or there is like some misconnection or some problems in the internet or the voice quality, whatever. So it may affect and not really get the same impact as it is in person. I will go to the last question. Remote problems. What difficulties may you face when you are trying to handle and solve some problems, disagreements online, like a video call? Nada and Aaron, hi. So ladies, like now we are having video call. So what are the problems we may face when we are trying to communicate or solve problems, especially when we are going to do like some disputes or disagreements, like as part of our job as arbitrators? So what do you think? Ms. Nada, can you hear me? Yeah, Nada and Aaron,
Yes.
right? Yes, please. Hi.
I'm so sorry. We're currently setting up our computer. Can you please repeat your question?
My question is, this is the last question, if you can see the screen. For remote problems, what difficulties may you face when you try to handle some disagreement online, like in video call, like now, as we are having video call between us now?
Well, we think that one of the most important challenges that we often face in a remote settings is probably the technicalities of it.
Mm-hmm.
As we're struggling with like the signals, and then probably that was the main thing that we often face.
That's true, yes. So thank you, colleagues, for answering these questions and sharing some of the problems we are facing online, especially for APIAC. We are spread all around the world and covering very important economic zones in the world. So apart from solving problems of others and doing arbitration, we have also the way of communication. Part of it, yes, it is technicality, like the signal, the internet speed, the equipment, hardware, software, some programs. But also there are other issues, like we are human beings and people would like to see people. That's why I do believe, like, when we have communication face to face, even I can share with you now some documents, and this is what I will do. But when we are handling, we can feel, we have the expressions, the feeling. I feel the person in front of me. But here I'm just looking at the camera and there are screens. Apart from this part, we have like the security issue. How to be sure that, especially in arbitration, we're supposed to have high confidentiality, that the confidentiality or the privacy is preserved, is kept, and there will be no leakage, especially we are dealing with sensitive issues, and like there will be like some big consequences if this privacy breached. So I would like to tell, like, we are in this digital era now, as Dominique mentioned. Now, 85% of arbitrators are involved in digital document sharing. This is according to ICCA report. And virtual hearing, 300% increased since COVID 2020, in COVID-19. So, because, you know, that time when we locked down, we turned to be all to have our office, our working from our home. So 300%. And after COVID-19, even we found that it's a good to practice, because we developed the technology here in China and the rest of the world. We have very strong tools. So why not we convert into like to have this online arbitration and to do it hearing online? This will save cost, money, time, and we have efficiency, and digitized can be documented. That's why there is a need that we need to have much more secure digital infrastructure. It's not only like to have just linked, especially for our work as arbitrators, it requires very high standard of privacy and safety. I would like here to share with you the cybersecurity and the cybercrime in general, how much it affects the world. By end of this year, 2025, more than 10 trillion US dollar projected for the cost of cybercrime. And cybercrime, it's not only like scamming or like hacking, but also part of arbitration, because we are part of this online business. We have the e-commerce, we have a lot of like cross-border trade, we have online education, and imagine 10 trillion US dollar. Cyber criminals, they earn every year net treasure for them 1.5 trillion. And it took like 80% of this problems, of this gaps, it's because of phishing attack. And this is what we are going to talk later on. 2.7 billion hours annually being spent just to solve this problem. My dear colleagues, you are imagine like every day, every single day, we have 6.7 hours daily spent just to solve this problem. This is a big cost. It's a big loss. This amount of money, when we are talking about in 6 years from now, in 2031, will be more than, will lose the world 265 billion. Can you imagine how many zeros? All this will be lost. This money should be used in different sectors, in economy, for customers, for ourselves, for environment, for education, for peace, but this goes for the cyber crime. And especially when we are talking about arbitration, we can imagine how much damage it causes, not only for the arbitrator, but also for other parties. Now, I will talk about the ODR, online dispute resolution. So when we are talking about online dispute resolution, we need to define it. And as definition, it is leverage digital tools to solve disputes in more efficient way, and has become increasingly so much popular because it reduces the cost and speed up the process, making justice more accessible. Also, we can see that it's the benefit, the most important benefit, like it's like spontaneous and time, and it improved the justice and the cost. Here there are the steps if we want to go to ODR. So we need to have technical background, and we have the tools. We need to have the awareness, the knowledge, the technical backstopping. We need strong internet. That's why when we are talking about now, not only 5G, in China even they are launching 6G, we need to have the mutual trust. This is important. Also, we need to create the secure channels. We need trained professionals. Yeah, most of you are like law practitioners, lawyers, but we need now to be equipped with this IT, with this AI. We need to have user-friendly platform, because this is not our main job. Like we are lawyers, we are working as arbitrator. So we don't need to go into this coding and this mysterious word. So we need something to be friendly, to be easy used, not only by us, but also with our clients and partners, stakeholders. And again, we need to be enforceable, the outcome. The same like when we are doing normal arbitration. So the digital transformation for alternative dispute resolution, ADR. You know, for ADR, we have different types of ADR. We have collaborative law, we have arbitration, negotiation, mediation, conciliation. So it's growing in very global way. And digital transformation is impacted ADR by facilitating remote communication and document sharing. Also, the shift has been accelerated since COVID-19, 5 years ago. So that's why increased the virtual proceedings. So we have a lot of achievements during last 5 years. Now, if we talk about the security concerns in online arbitration and mediation. So when we are doing this online, this is like a typical court for arbitration. We have different issues. We have, as online ADR involve exchange a lot of confidential data, it became target for cyber attacks. This can be compromise the integrity, privacy, confidentiality, and the process. So that's why we have to add another layer of our matrix, and this makes our work, I believe, I won't say much challenging, but much more interesting. And I believe when we are moving to this cyber or this virtual online ADR, this even will give us much more opportunities to attract customers. Before, as arbitrator, we need to be existing physically in different places. And this is what APIAC did last few years. That's why we are covering almost the entire world. But now, even from your own different offices, we can access, we can do our job, we can perform it. So I do believe this is a leverage for us, and this is a big advantage. We have to make use of it, especially we are in China and in this very strong technical industry, so we can make use of this infrastructure also with our colleagues in different offices. So this is a big privilege for us. I believe other countries, they don't have the same as you do. So to achieve the highest degree of data security, we need three things. We need the technology, we need organizational policies and the procedure, and we need the industry and government laws. Like when I have, let's say I have something important, I have treasure, I have money, I have gold. How to keep it? I need technology. The technology will be my purse, my bag, my wallet. So I put my money here, my treasure things. This is the technology. Can be safe, can be hard disk, can be USB, U-bahn, whatever. But it is not enough by itself, the technology. I need the procedure. Procedure, I shall close it, zip it. I have to keep holding it. This is a procedure. It's not enough to put my treasure here, my money, and just to throw it. This is the second. The third, I will be protected when I have sufficient and enough laws. When the law in any country, or like here in China, even if I put my money here and I forgot it somewhere, because of the law, I'm protected. A bad person would think twice or 10 times before trying to steal it, because he or she knows that there is a law. So I'm protected by 3 levels. But we need to consider also some other factors. The time value of money. So how much time I will spend, and my time, like for this security, for this procedure, shall I bring a bodyguard to protect this? And maybe here there's only $1,000. So do I really need that service, the time, also the cost of security and the potential loss? I have to pay security. That's why at the end, I need to have the feasibility. Also, I have to know that security breaks at the weakest points. So if there is a home, if we have thief, for sure thief won't attack home from the door, because I expect like this is the point, but actually in most like robberies, thief will come from back door, from window, from different places. The same when we are talking about the internet. So you would be attacked. That's why we have to know what are the weak points. Here, I'm just like putting in levels. So this is the data when we are talking about arbitration, ADR. So we have our data. We have the cases, the hearing, the files, information, documents, proofs, everything. We need to protect it by the technology, can be hardware or software. We have the organizational policies. This is inside the arbitration body entity, like APIAC. Also, we need to have the laws and the standards, and this will be like on national or governmental level. Here we have to know what are the sensitive and the most crucial points can be attacked. We have the client, the one who is using the internet. We have the server, like who is processing this data and information. And we have the communication pipeline. The communication pipeline can be the Wi-Fi, the LAN, the DSL, leased line, or fiber optic, any way we connect the internet. Like all of us now, we are using mobile phone. So the mobile phone we are using, when we go, the first thing we look for Wi-Fi. I will show soon. So here we talk about the internet communication channels. Here I'm just showing like when we are doing any e-business, can be education, can be arbitration, can be any, or e-commerce. So we see here we have the user. You see here in the screen, the down left here in the screen. Okay. Let me laser. Okay. Here we see here we have the user. User can access the internet through pad, through mobile phone, desktop, laptop. We are using it. Then we are connecting through the Wi-Fi to the main provider, like China Telecom, China Mobile, Dianxin, Edon, Liandon, whatever. Then we go to the customer, like maybe they will go to somebody will contact us, like as APIAC. We have our server, then we have the database, then we have financially, because we are providing paid services. So for us, we have our own bank, and the client, they have their own bank. Maybe we have here warehouse or other parties, or maybe we deliver some documents by DHL, UPS, Shumphon, or etc. Where are the weak points? The weak points here can be between the banks. Weak points can be on the server, the database server, which is important. We are keeping all the data and critical information. Can be in the online store or in our website where we are communicating with customers. Can be in the delivery, we can be attacked at our computer, laptop, tabs, desktop. also can be from the internet provider. So you see all these weak points. Of course, like attacking the communication between banks, it's possible, but it needs high level of cyber criminal to be knowledgeable. But the weakest point, I do believe here, because most of us, we have unspecialized knowledge and limited knowledge in the safety and the security of data. So types of security threats. We have threats in cybersecurity, so we'd like to know what are they. What did this, who can tell me, guys? What do we see here? Lily, Miss Lilima, hi. Lily, can you hear me?
Yes, I can
Yeah.
hear you. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's
Hi,
not
hi,
good.
Lily.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Hi.
is this?
Yeah, I know it, but I forget the name. It's Terry
Troy,
Wood.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yes.
I forget it, but yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Lily. You know this is the story behind
Yeah.
this. It's maybe myth or legend. We don't know whether it happened actually or not, but we saw a lot of nice movies and stories about it. You know, guys, in old Greece, in the Greek Empire, Sheila, we had Sparta versus Troy, two sister cities were fighting for years. Then Spartan wanted to enter that strong Troy's that city, and they have high fences, big walls. So they made this wooden horse. So this wooden horse, this is Chinese, right? I believe this is the Chinese name.
Yes,
So
it
the
is.
wooden horse, and they put some soldiers inside and send it to Troy. In the evening, they put it there just next to the main gate. Next morning, when the people Troy woke up, wow, Li Wu, that's gift from God because you are great. They got happy, put it inside during the evening. You know the story. Soldiers came out, opened the door, and that was the end of Troy. This
Yes.
horse is keep alive. This is the bad news. Since thousands of years, maybe 2,000 of years, the story, but now we still have this story, the same horse, but instead of wooden horse, we have a digital horse. And this horse now called the Trojan. What is a Trojan? Trojan, again, it looks like a very lovely, cute, maybe emoji, sticker, song, link, photo. It looks like legitimate. It's nice, lovely, but once you click it, there is a code, malicious code inside. It will go to your computer and will harm in different ways. So that's why this trick is just a new version of Troy. Maybe it's not lunchtime. So maybe now once you go to the lunch, and I do love the Hogo in Apiak, you are Apiak Chonshin. Maybe probably in the future we'll visit Apiak in different offices and we'll try your local food there. So whenever we go to any restaurant, the first thing we ask, the first thing before Tsaidan, before the menu, ni hao, you may your Wi-Fi. Where is the Wi-Fi? We need Wi-Fi to access to mobile, to send photos for the delicious food. We ask for Wi-Fi in hotel, in airport, in restaurant, asking for free Wi-Fi. And free Wi-Fi is the worst thing we are doing. This is a trap. Because once you access to free Wi-Fi, yes, you have access to the internet, but meanwhile, you are opening back doors to your computer, to your mobile phone, to your tablet. So somebody can hack your device through just accessing Wi-Fi. You don't see that. It's two ways. You're sending data and receiving data. So in this way, you can be subjected to, I'm talking on person level. And when it starts from person, we are part of organization, and this will impact our job. So when you are talking about the cybersecurity, we have these threats. We have different threats. Cybersecurity threats, it's online to online arbitration and mediation include various cyber threats. can disrupt the proceedings, steal sensitive information and data, or even to manipulate data. Maybe we have some evidences for some case, and then with the cyber attacks, maybe can change, manipulate, trying to do to affect to benefit one of the stakeholders. So here are some, and I wrote it in Chinese, like for our Chinese colleagues, some terms we have to know and be aware. We have the cybersecurity, we have malware, we have phishing with PH, like it's same like when you go fishing, when I fish, we have phishing, we have ransomware, we'll talk about it soon, we have data breach, we have encryption, we have two-factor authentication, 2FA. So when we hear it, like you need all the time, and this we see it like when I'm registering here in this Tencent meeting, it's not enough only to put my username and password, but I would get message to my QQ email or my phone number to double verify that it is me, not somebody else stole my username. We have the VPN, virtual private network, we have firewall, and this can be physical or can be like hardware or software. We have social engineering, and this one of the ways to steal data. Social engineering, all of us now, we are part of this cyberspace. We have our communities, online gaming or Facebook or Twitter, LinkedIn, Xiaohongshu, WeChat, Weibo, whatever. So by social engineering, once one of your acquaintances, your friends, one of the network can be impacted, you are there's high probability you'll be infected, and they can collect the data. This is what we call the social engineering. Also, we have the antivirus softwares. We have also the password manager. So when we go to select our password, should be solid, string, unique, complicated, change our passwords every now and then. Here I highlighted the top 15 threats we may face, not only in our work as arbitrators, but also in our daily life, everywhere on different sectors and level. We have the ransom attack, and remember what I said about ransom, I'll explain later. We have IoT, Internet of Things. You know now everything is smart, the cars are smart, we have smart watch, smart air conditioners, smart everything. So with this, like for example, I have my pointer here, and this pointer, I use it in my lecture, is smart. I can connect it to internet. But the problem with IoT now, everything, like even the kettle, like everything, my home is smart. You can control by Xiaoai Tongshui, and maybe now will respond to me. So I can control the curtains, everything. But this IoT are very weak points because there are no antivirus or softwares to protect it from cyber attack. And this machine, this daily life equipments can be used to create cyber attacks. We have social engineering, supply chain attack. We have AI-powered cyber threats. This is something new. With those boots and buttons, with this AI technology, it can be used, and we are using it for good things, to solve, to make editing, to help us to generate ideas, but also can be used because it's machine learning, and this machine learning can be used in bad ways. Also, we have APTs, advanced persistent threats. We have zero-day exploits. When they design any program or app, mobile app, they can inject some SQL virus inside. We have the cloud. All of us, we are using clouds in Baidu or Apple. We are using these clouds and can be attacked through the clouds. Even it's not that easy, but also have problem. And we have inside threats. Insider can be on voluntarily or because of ignorance, maybe some worker. That's why we have to put high standards and the training. When I go to my lecture or I go to my office, ladies and gentlemen, and I have my USB flash disk drive. Okay, if I am my home, it's my own responsibility. I check, I surf the internet, download, upload files. I am responsible. But when I take this flash stick to APIAC to my office, I take it from home and I plug it in my computer there. I'm putting high threat. I'm threatening the system. If there is some malicious code here or I'm damaging the whole system. And I don't know. And this happened, guys, even in Iran, 2008, one of the scientists used his personal USB and put it in his business computer in the office in the nuclear reactor in Natanz. And American Israeli, they reached him and they put some virus, and that caused, they damaged the whole nuclear reactor by the ignorance of one of the employees. That's why we have to put high policy. We have AI misuse, like if we don't, we use it in wrong way to use it for hacking activities. Yes, AI generates great ideas, but also can get some bad impact. Also, we have the data breaches and the privacy violation. When I don't take care of the files I have in my computer, in my organization can be breached. I put it again in my USB, I take it, or my laptop, my business laptop, then take it out and they forget it somewhere. This will cause some problem. Also, we have advanced phishing techniques. As you said, they send you some malicious codes. We have sometimes nation-state cyber attack, and this will happen by government. They attack each other like weapons. We have this cyber war. We have also cryptocurrency like BTB, the bitcoins or B2B. This I don't have Bitcoin, but I have like sample of Bitcoin. I will show you later. So what we see here, this we call it ransomware. Ransomware. Let me just show you that this is ransomware. This is ransomware in Chinese. Ransomware, one of the most dangerous activities and a nightmare for people to face. We have different type of ransomware. Ransomware, again, maybe you are browsing, we are bored, watching some video or playing some online game, we are chatting, doing something, then we click on some link. So the ransomer will attack your computer and can do one of two things, either to lock your computer, your files, or encrypt them, make encryption. And they will ask you for money. You pay money, and not any money. It should be cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, B2B. Because if you pay like money, cash transfer, we can track, we can trace, we can see who received. But by Bitcoin, you send it through and they will give you a link. It's on the deep web. So this dark web, even you don't know who is this person. It's very hard to catch this person. So they say you have to pay this money. And we know now, guys, one Bitcoin, I see the price is 72 RMB, like 700,000 RMB, so which is a lot of money. They ask you to pay by Bitcoin to free and release your files. How to protect ourselves from ransoming? Ransom, guys, it means somebody, I hope, may God forbid, it won't happen to you. Somebody will open his computer or her computer and you find all the documents are there, but you cannot open them. And no way, they are locked and it shows like there is lock sign. Who would like to tell me how you protect yourself from ransomware? There are very easy steps. First, and it's almost for free. I do recommend you to do it. First, back up your important data on external drive. Don't save it on the same computer. Put it on external drive, can be USB, SSD, HDD, or cloud, and even by email. You can send, if you have some important data, you send it to yourself. Don't send it to yourself by email. And this has like, you are having your own cloud. You don't need to go even to the cloud, because some clouds you have to pay. But like, if I say, I have like, if I go to my QQ email or Outlook or whatever, all important documents, I send them to myself. So whenever, if sometimes maybe I will forget when I go to lecture, once happened, I took the wrong USB. So I just simply went to my QQ, opened the email and downloaded. So ransomware cannot attack your server. Another thing, update your antivirus. Now most of us, we are using Microsoft Office, and Microsoft Office has strong tools, and there is ransom option, so you can protect from ransom. And very smart and simple way is to change the important files extension name. What does it mean? If you go to ransom, ransom will not attack your computer system. Like if some criminal kidnapped a person, somebody kidnapped some kid, they try to keep that kid's mobile phone working. Why? Because we need to communicate with his or her parents. That's why when they kidnap somebody, they keep his mobile or her mobile charged, because we need to communicate and negotiate with the parents. Say, you have to pay this amount of money, so they free your son. That's why when ransom attacks your computer, will do nothing with your files, the essential file, the computer. We are talking about like for the window, the system, but will attack these files. Guys, we have some of the files we have in our computer. We have document, the Word, we have Excel, we have PPT, we have PDF, right? We have JPEG, we have MP3, PSD, text. So these are the files will be attacked. But these files, you see here down, DLL, HTML, CSS, it will not be attacked. They will keep it, because this is essential. Like for DLL, this digital library, it's important for your computer to work, so it will not be attacked. So what I mean, if I have document, I have like some arbitration document, and I want to protect it, just change, if the file called Rami or lecture.ppt, right? We have the name and we have extension. Like I'm showing now you PPT, my PPT's name .ppt. Just click F2 and press, instead of PPT, change it to DLL. The whole file icon will change. The file will look like this. From PPT, it looks like this. And whenever you want to use it, just rename it, change the name again to PPT, and that's it. So you can cheat, because ransomware will not do it manually. In your computer, you have thousands, hundreds, thousands of files. So that's why it will be attacked by the bootants, by robots. So robots immediately will look for these files, but once it sees these files, it won't attack it. We have also browser parasites. It monitor and change your user browser. So sometimes it happened to us, and every day you can see it. Like you go to some browser, but then you find like they take you to another browser. Or we have adware. Adware used to call pop-up ads. What are these ads? Like this. While you are working, you see like there's VIP. I don't know, if you click, you'll get red pocket, Humbao, or track users' keystrokes. Whatever, my dear friends, be careful from this device, the keyboard. Don't buy any keyboard. Some keyboards, because my keyboard connected to my computer, and there are some keyboard, like whatever I type, somebody else, some third party will receive, they will see exactly what I'm typing. The same for your mobile phone. Especially I see here majority of our colleagues are girls, ladies. I noted this from my Chinese students. They are using keyboard, like when I want to type. Okay, if I type, I use my keyboard. And this keyboard, they use fancy keyboard, some lovely with colors, with photos. And this is for free. And remember, in economy, there is nothing for free. If there is a free meal, it means that's you are the free thing. So don't use this free keyboards on your mobile phone or tablet, because whatever you type, it's quite possible the developer of this company, they will steal this data. Also for email, in chat. All of us, like including you now in your office, we have Wi-Fi, right? We have these routers. Do you know that these routers can be used? The router, we can buy it for 100 yuan, 200, like $20. And we need it everywhere. Like in my home here, we have router everywhere. We cannot live without internet, right? The router, as you see here, this is a router, can even recognize and can see the motion inside the room. By using router, if somebody hacks the router, can see what is inside the room. Can you believe this? Let me show you this. Here, guys, you see here the picture. Those guys are playing inside the playground in the university. And by the routers, we could see them moving like this. Because router sends a high frequency wave, 2.5 and 5 gigahertz. So this short microwaves, it reflects on the body and solid things. So once this body moves, the motion can be read. Even police, they use this technology. Like you see here, there is a hostage, and then this criminal is like kidnapping this clerk, and the police would like to rescue her, to redeem her. How to know? It's all walls. By Wi-Fi, they use the Wi-Fi inside the office, and you see this policeman here, he has a device to read, to see the Wi-Fi waves. So the Wi-Fi will work as radar. Very simple Wi-Fi, and they can see where is he, then they can attack that criminal the right moment. What is the impact of security breaches? When we have security breaches, can undermine the confidence in online dispute. All the resolution will be questioned, and this will lead to question about the fairness and legitimacy of the outcomes, and also can result in legal penalties and damage to reputation. Imagine some company agreed to use APIAC, and we have big name. We are one of the great arbitration, I would say, homes in the world. So we have trustworthy and very strong, solid relationship. And this is what Chairman Ma is doing. Apart from being a chairman, but also he's trying to give very great image, not only about APIAC, but about the arbitration business and arbitration here in China. So if something happens, then customers will lose this trust. And even like if we, by mistake, cause to breach some data, we have legal consequences. So that's why we have to be so much careful. Now, what are the strategies to enhance the cybersecurity management? So to protect the online ADR system, we have to adopt very strong protocols. We need to have practices like multi-factor authentication. We have encryption is very important and essential. When we send emails, we are here in different offices. We have to follow high protocols, like, and this is the IT. We have to develop the manual the code of conduct for using the internet. We have regular security assessment. This will help to find the weak points and to solve it in the right time. So what can be done, like some central security issues? We can establish multi-factor authentication, fingerprint identification. You see here in this authentication. So in our file, it's not only like I log in the system or the intranet by username and password, but we have a lot of authentication programs you can download in your mobile phone. Like there's authenticator from, we have different authenticators, so it will link your fingerprint, your biometric with your program. So nobody can open, just I go to your email, even if I know your username and password, I cannot access unless I have the authenticator app, and there are many and all of them for free. Biometric authentication. Biometric, we are talking things related to the human being features. We have iris, we have fingerprint, the facial recognition, and very advanced tool also can be used for protection. We have, even with this, we have biometric fraud rates, because why it's increased. In 2021, we had only 1.5, then 2022, 1.1, but starting from 2023, we have this high risk of biometric fraud because of AI. We have this AI technology, we have like the motion video selfie. So when we take selfie, my dear friends, let's try to post less personal photos, because from 3 photos, and for any person, I can create a virtual person, virtual you, and can use it. Imagine now I'm talking to, for example, to Mr. Masaro. Hi. So if I have some photo, then I'm talking to him, but I find that it is not really him. It's another person. Looks like it's not person. It's even a virtual thing. That's why there is identity fraud, maybe from the social insurance number, like for Chinese ID, Shenzhen, we have to keep it. Can be driving license, credit bank, credit card, username, password. Do you know this person, guys? Who can tell me? Do you know this actor?
Morgan Freeman.
Yes, Morgan Freeman. Okay, let's watch this video.
I am not Morgan Freeman. What you see is not real. Well, at least in contemporary terms, it is not. What if I were to tell you that I'm not even a human being? Would you believe me? What is your perception of reality? Is it the ability to capture, process, and make sense of the information our senses receive? If you can see, hear, taste, or smell something, does that make it real? Or is it simply the ability to feel? I would like to welcome you to the era of synthetic reality. Now, what do you see? I am not.
So you see, guys, we have now the synthetic reality. Now with technology, any of you, now I have your cameras. In 5 minutes, I can create another Kiki. So Kiki can talk to herself exactly with the same feature, same voice pitch, same tone, same warmth. Even now, we see we have a lot of synthetic smells. Sometimes it smells like it's like pineapple or some cherries, but it is not, it's chemical. So what is reality? Especially in our work, really, we have to pay attention to this. Now we have the deep fake, not deep seek. Deep fake, its volume, it's more and more. We have this technology and it's very available, affordable. So we have to pay attention to not go into this and verify. I'm not saying do not trust, but we have to be careful to check, to examine that what we are dealing is really true and genuine. This person, his name, Mr. Leo Houghton, just some 15 years ago, they stole his ID, his Schimpfingen. And that caused him, because just somebody found his ID or they stole it, went to the bank, and they took 80 million RMB. And he's facing 32 law cases. Just somebody took his ID, and this person somehow looks like him. He found himself in trouble. That's why we see in China, we have very good and strong measures for cybersecurity. So we have the Office of Central Cyberspace Affairs Commission and Cyberspace Administration of China. These two bodies are supra-ministerial. It means they are on the state council. They are over all ministries. That's why they assure that the cyberspace in China is very safe and is very secure. So we see Chinese government, they are publishing a lot of training manuals, and this is their website. People are there, our friends, our comrades are working 24/7 to assure that we are living in safe, and they are the front line. We see here, even like, I'm just showing some statistics here in China. This is from the Ministry of Public Security. The fraud online, we had very few, like 20 or 30 years ago. And you see the number is increasing. Like 2019, we had big cases, 1.4 million case, and we are 1.4 billion. It means each 1 million case we have somebody subjected to be frauded. Even we see here now Chinese police using all this technology, robots to raise people's awareness, and it's really amazing and fascinating. When I travel around Chinese cities, I see this RoboCops giving awareness. Even Chinese government, like here in train station, they are giving like brochures, and we see how we have strong department for the cybersecurity. And they are catching those people think they are, when they travel abroad to other countries, escape, they can be far away from the justice, but they are catching them. And those people here, those criminals, and we see in the news every now and then, Chinese police working with other governments and Interpol, they catch those people who are trying to threaten the cybersecurity, not only in China, but around the world. So what are the regularities we have to, and standards for best practices? What shall we do? So we have to establish standards and adhere. We need to understand the international security standards. This will help us to create secure environment for online dispute resolutions, including encryptions, firewall, data, like we have to have backups, access control. Nobody, like we have to give access privilege, like for the managers, for the staff, for the teams. So we have to make everything under control. Also, we have to work into data loss prevention, data erasure, also to make auditing for the security. We have auditing, and auditing is very important. So auditing shall be done also for the security. Also, we have to update antivirus to have reliable one, and to make plans to have other backups. So when we are having standards, there are standards like ISO and IEC 27001. So if you apply it, and I do recommend you to apply it, So we assure that our data will be in safe hands. But it's not only us in this issue. We have stakeholders. We have other people in line. They are related to this. Stakeholders, including institutions, lawyers, other parties, they have to understand and implement the security protocols. Why? Because we need to ensure safe and trustworthy online environment. So these are our stakeholders. We have the device manufacturer, the one we are buying the equipments, hardware from them, IoT clouds, if we are saving, like some provider, supplier, giving us some services to put our data there, the third-party application developers, like the one who is building our website or some apps, also the government. So we need to work. It's not only about us, but it is coherent, and this is mutual and big level job shall be done. What is the benefit of improved security? When we strengthen the security measures, this will increase the confidence in online dispute resolution and will encourage our clients to accept and ensure that sensitive information remain protected. If you have your customer like our colleagues in Malaysia, you have customer, Malaysia is a big country, you are based in Kuala Lumpur, and maybe you have your customer in Sabah, so they trust, they can say, okay, we don't need to fly to Kuala Lumpur, to KL, so we can do this, we can trust to send you online. This is very important. And this will create strong legitimacy to accept this online ADR. But meanwhile, we have challenges. The challenges, while security measures are very vital and important, it can cost, and it's not an easy, it needs like experience. That's why cyber threats also evolve and require a lot of vigilance. So we need to balance the security to make it easy, not to make it complicated. So everybody, even if we are from different backgrounds, it will be easy for us to use it. I will go to the conclusion. So to harness the full potential of online dispute resolution, stakeholders, we have to prioritize security. So for us, for our parties, our partners, our suppliers, we have to consider that security, it comes in number one. And we have to ensure that all this platform for our customers shall remain trustworthy and effective. Then we need to improve the regulation, to accept it, to put it part of our culture. APIAC is setting very great example. Again, not in arbitration field, but in the know-how of the business. And the big advantage of APIAC, you are setting a great example that Asian economy and the Chinese economy is not only industrial economy. This is the economy of service. It's mine. I can see the brilliant experts here. So it's not about only manufacturing, producing amazing cars, mobile phone, buildings, but also we provide services. And this will give us big advantage. And for us as law practitioners and arbitrators, I believe the future is for us. Thank you very much for joining me in this hour, and I hope we can meet in the future. Welcome for, if you have any question or requirement, here, this is my contact, this is my WeChat, my QQ, and I'm so happy to meet my friends virtually and hope sometime I welcome you here in Chongqing so we can enjoy Chongqing wonderful Hogo, hot pot. And also, if there is an opportunity, I would love to visit you there, work with you hand in hand to have our world lovely, peaceful, and less dispute. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Professor Rami. I'd like to give the opportunity for any of our colleagues. If you have any question or concern about cybersecurity, no matter we use laptops, computers, mobile phones. So if any one of you has any question, please, you may have the opportunity to communicate directly with Professor Rami. All right. So please feel free to reach Professor Rami through his contact as provided. At the end of our today's session, I'd like to thank you all for joining us today in this APIAC training session. It has been a pleasure to host you, all of you, and I truly appreciate your attention and engagement throughout our program. However, a very special thank you to our distinguished guest, Professor Rami Khalil.
Thank you, Hassan.
Thank you for delivering such an insightful and timely lecture on cybersecurity. I believe this topic is very important because today we are living in this interconnected world, no matter where we are from, no matter where we are working in. So internet is bringing us all closer to each other. Thank you for your deep knowledge and real-world perspectives you provided us and made us have better understanding of challenges and responsibilities we face today in protecting our systems, data, infrastructure, and in this increasingly digital world. Especially we are involved in law issues, no matter is through arbitration or like other fields related to law. I believe cybersecurity is no longer just a technical concern. It's today a vital part of our operational and national security. Professor Rami, you have helped us to see bigger picture of the urgent need of awareness and how do we collaborate across all sectors. On behalf of APIAC, we are very grateful for the opportunities to learn from such experienced and respected expert. Thank you, Professor Rami, and thank you everyone who took part in today's training session. Wishing all of you a safe and secure day ahead. And this is morning time or almost like 11 a.m. in China time. Wish all of you have a pleasant day and a wonderful weekend in advance. Thank you, Professor Rami, and thank all of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
Have a
very
good
much.
day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
You too,
you.
Sam. Thank you. All right. So goodbye and see you next week, my friends. Thank you very much.
Thank you.